Hello, divine creators. Hello, beautiful beings. Let us see what is coming through at this time. We trust you are well. Viriaturos kiriavarikies katis. Okay. Viriatur talovaris kiazot. Rikiries. Discernment. Discernment. Kiviarikies kitas talovaros kitiriet. Okay. There's an amplification to your discernment happening at this time. As we have been receiving, each of us are anchoring core frequencies into our physical reality in order for the manifestation of our source to become tangible, visceral, tangible, and concrete and solid in this realm. And as you do so, as you are now crystallizing more and more as source, the mind is as well. For remember, the mind, the brain, the thoughts, all of those frequencies are part of the physical, right? The thought process is in the physical realm. It's of physical matter, which is why you can release thought and simply receive from source. So the way in which you are now making choices, your decisions, it's becoming amplified through source frequency. You're no longer reacting out of judgment or past experience judgment. So if there's a new experience or a conversation or a new opportunity, a new co-creation that comes your way, you are no longer judging it by, oh no, I've heard so and so had a bad experience, I'm not doing it, or oh no, 2 years ago I went there, and so you're no longer using or allowing the past, your past, to dictate your new experiences. You're no longer allowing other people's opinions and other people's views determine your choices. You are discerning from your source, and you're allowing yourself to experience these situations as source. So whatever source is bringing through, you are, let's put it this way. We are asked no longer to engage with the information born of the illusion, and we're also asked that the spirit realm has given us all our tools and all our knowledge. So we're also asked to release, always checking in. Is this right? Is this wrong? Should I? Shouldn't I? Source is saying you are to be free. Remember when you were before the awakening, when you were creating in the illusion. You simply did things. You didn't really, okay, let's sit, let's weigh the pros and cons, and let's. You did whatever you felt in that moment. You just went with it. And even if you felt, oh, maybe this is not a good idea, you still went for it. And only in retrospect you thought, oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't really a good situation. Actually, that was really not really clever of me. Or, oh, actually, that was a little bit reckless of me, right? In the retrospect. But in the moment, you just went for it. And Source is saying, we are aligning you to have that same freedom of just experiencing. It's just that now you are within source, and that's all the difference. There was truly nothing wrong with how you enjoyed life, with how you celebrated life, with how you actioned. It was just that you were actioning according to other people's will, according to judgment, according to guilt, according to rules and regulations and conditions and programming that had nothing to do with you. So no matter how good your intention was, how well your intention was, sometimes it still ended up being a painful experience, heartbreaking, or not as satisfying. So you did the beautiful work to release the information of the illusion and to receive the information of your truth through the cocooning, through your guides. And now that's anchoring in and crystallizing. And you are now finding yourself in your power, in your truth, no longer embarrassed, shy, no longer judging yourself, no longer shameful of who you are. You are allowing yourself each day to just be, and you are releasing more and more the observation of others. You're no longer taking into account, what does this person think? Oh no, I'm going to walk in the middle of the crowd, they're going to see me. You don't take anybody into consideration. You are simply allowing yourself to be your frequency, and how they experience you, how they co-create with you, it's their own experiencing, it's their own, they need to deal with whatever they're feeling when they co-create with you, because you're creating from source. You're not being malicious, you're not being rude, you're not being abrasive, you're simply being your truth. And it's always in a gentle way, even if maybe you have to be firm. You're not being firm to try and restrict and to try to put someone down. Oh no, you're just being firm in your truth, and that actually liberates you and liberates everyone around. So even your power, even if it has the might of a tidal wave, it has the healing and the love and the nurturing of a beautiful sunrise and a beautiful, dip in the ocean and all those beautiful experiences. So right now, you are really embodying your power, you're embodying your energy, you're allowing yourself to be in that space. You are no longer judging who you be, and you're just, trying things out. You are stepping into this situation, you're getting offered something, no longer judging it. And Source is saying, we wish you to be freer and freer, and we are crystallizing your discernment so that now you are really aware how to be in that experience. So an opportunity presents itself, you decide to step into it, or you feel inspired to step into it, or you just want to give it a go, want to see what happens. Let's see how this situation turns out if I'm Source, and maybe if it's really still not to my liking, then I'll really release, knowing that I didn't just give up on it. I was there in my truth, and in my truth it's just not a thing for me. So there you are in this experience. And now what's happening is how you navigate the waters, how you navigate the situation, how you bring yourself, how you present yourself, how you engage in the situation, how you interact in it, is now through source. You're no longer making choices based on what would please people. You are allowing divine discernment where you just have clarity. And if something doesn't feel right, you're going to say, no, thank you. And you're going to say, this doesn't feel like what I want to do. And you're also allowing yourself to step into a situation and also step out of it, where you are thinking, okay, no, let's give it a go. Oh, actually, no, I don't think this is for me. I'm going to leave. And it might disappoint the whole team or the whole experience, but you're saying, I'm not the right fit. This is not for me. Maybe somebody else would be a better fit. Let's just stop here while we are ahead, rather than continue going, and then it's invested so much that you actually need me there. Let's just really call it. So you are really no longer in the space of feeling, oh no, but I have to, but I need to, but they're depending on me. Oh, no, 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 no. For you, it's, oh, this feels good. This feels right. I belong here. I feel that I can be free here. I can be in my truth here. It doesn't disrupt me here. And I don't need people to approve of me here. I'm just in my bliss. Wonderful. Oh no, it seems that people want to steer me, want to control me. Oh, whoever they need me to portray is not my truth. No, thank you. So you are really having this great clarity, and all this green is this healing energy in this discernment. Because now, as you allow yourself to make choices which are based through source, it's a healing to you and that situation, no matter how they might respond or react to you. It's a healing to you because now you're finally allowing your voice to be heard. You're allowing your truth to be. You're no longer watering yourself down and people pleasing and compromising on your integrity. You are now saying, I'm important. I'm allowed to say no. I'm allowed to step away. I'm allowed to retract. I'm allowed to engage. Whatever it is, you empower yourself. So it's a divine healing to you, to your voice, to your word, to your choices. And it's a healing to everyone else around you, because those who maybe do not enjoy you now speaking up for yourself, well, that's for them to learn, right? You're no longer going to take on that energy and heal it for them. They need to now look after, tend to their aggression, or tend to their frustration, or tend to whatever it is that they are being. So it's a huge healing. And because of the healing frequency, more and more, as you're in your power, you are finding that people are at ease with it. So even if the being is disappointed, or they understand they don't have any power over you, you no longer feel that, oh goodness, if I don't do this, the whole world is going to fall apart, as the conditioning makes you believe. If you don't honor this thing, then you disgrace your whole family, or if you don't honor this thing, then you disgrace humanity. It's no longer this dramatic, catastrophic end world disaster should you love yourself. It's no longer that anymore. You're just in your power, and people just deal with it, because the frequency at which you are being is healing, is love, is truth. You're not this tyrant bullying people with what you decide should be. You are this healer, just being your truth. And it is transmuting the fear to love, transmuting the anxiety to ease, transmuting the stress to bliss, transmuting the rush to fluidity. You are literally this healing energy, and you are witnessing how the choices you are making are a healing, and are just, and are fair, because they are inspired. You are not trying to, again, the intention isn't to pull someone down, or to make someone angry, or to, it's not this rebellion of tantrum. It's a divine rebellion of, I'm going to do it in a way that allows me to be in my power, to be in a frequency of well-being. If we are all going to be here doing this work together, then I also deserve to be happy, to be in my power, to have a voice. And should you require me not to, then I am going to release it, because, yeah, I'm not your plaything, I'm not your toy. And it's a very powerful anchoring. And this is deep. Okay, it goes quite deep. So even in your romantic relations, the idea of partnership, where maybe you always give your partner power over you, and you're afraid of disappointing them, and you're like, no, actually, this is an equal partnership. I'm allowed to be in my power, and if my power makes you insecure, that's your thing. And I'm no longer going to baby you. I'm no longer going to be the one mollycoddling you in order for your insecurities to be, justified. You have to look after your insecurities. You need to look after yourself, no longer enabling this toxic energy where you always have to now be this person lesser than, giving up on yourself, or always sacrificing yourself. That's no longer the frequency we're creating in. So this is at your work, family, in all spaces. You are now allowing a higher discernment of yourself, where you are really listening to your body, really listening to your senses, really listening to your frequency. And should the situation, the space, the experience just not align, you are no longer making excuses. You're no longer putting yourself there, oh, I might as well just what is that word that humans love using, that phrase, just gonna push through, and I'm just gonna, it's fine, I'll just suffer through it. No, that is unnecessary. And you're no longer interested in having to literally exhaust yourself into nothing, while other people get to enjoy their life and completely do no work, no healing, that's no longer the way. And you're really powerful in this, you're strong in this. It's almost as though there is a, and it's your source is now the dominant frequency. So any insecurity or any fear or any doubt that might come, it's no longer powerful enough to override your source saying, nope, this is not for me. Even if in that situation you might feel a bit of fear come over, it comes and you sense it, but it no longer, you don't become the fear. The source frequency is what you honor, and those are the words that flow out. And so it's almost like you maybe have this fear or have this anxiety or have this doubt, and yet you are speaking as though it's not interfering at all with your conviction and what you feel must be said. And this is how you are healing the frequency and transmuting it. It's okay, I see now how people would be scared to speak to this person. We feel the fear, but we do not let the fear take over. We remain source and we transmute the fear. And whatever the outcome, we allow that outcome to be. We'd rather this whole situation fall apart than me displace the source I am. It's powerful, beautiful beings. And you're all, this is the energy that is integrating at this time. And it's integrating in different frequencies, okay? Some of you just everyday experiences that's not so intense. So maybe you have this ritual of always going and walking through the park. And it's something you do daily. And this time you go to the park and, no. And maybe sometimes you'd be like, okay, let me just sit, and maybe then it's sort of like, no, actually, no. And you no longer excuse it, you no longer make anything, you just no, and you just move on. As simple as that. It's just you honoring source above a routine, above a comfort zone, above a schedule. You are no longer letting the rigidity of life let you dishonor your source frequency. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see. Let's go deeper. Let's see what's going on. Yes, 3 of coins. Gain stability. Your worth. You're only interested in energies, in experiences, in interactions that bring value to you, that see your worth, that you can invest in, that build you. You're no longer interested in sacrificing yourself. That's done. You're done with watering yourself down and sacrificing yourself for anyone, okay? No matter what they mean to you, what they meant to you, no matter what society or how people see them, okay? It could be the most important person on the planet, and no, thank you. No, I know millions of people think you're amazing, but no, thank you. It doesn't mean that we don't think you're amazing. You're great, but no, thank you. Something inside us says no, and we honor that no above all things. Because you're saying, whatever I do, whatever I experience has to bring value to me, has to see me, has to respect me, has to honor me. Something I can invest in, something I can build in. That's what you're calling into now. Relationships and experiences you can truly build in, and you can invest it, and you can enjoy. And remember, you are learning, so be easy of it, so be gentle with yourself. If you have an opportunity that arises and you're thinking, hey, let's try it out, and it doesn't work out, it's you learning, okay, I gave it a chance. I didn't judge the people, I didn't judge the situation. I wanted to see how it would be as source. Clearly, they're not the frequency, and that's okay, right? Because sometimes you'll get the guidance yes and no, and sometimes you won't really get a yes and no. It's sort of like up to you. That's because source is saying, actually, you feel it and you see, you check it out. Because Sometimes Source will definitely put protective things and say, no, don't go there because it's really going to take you off your path. But if the experience isn't really going to affect your path or bring any suffering to you, more you learning to understand resonance more, to really get in tune with trusting the no, then you go and you're like, okay, we see. Was it worth it? Yes, no, not really. Okay, and that's okay. So don't think, oh no, I wasted my time. No, you're not wasting your time. Everything you're doing right now is a healing, for you are at source. And it's interesting, we're really getting encouraged, so saying we are always here to guide you, we're always here to assist you, but remember, you are here to discover. The learning is in the physical experiencing. So as much as we will give you as much guidance, we really rather prefer you put yourself in that situation and see what happens. The most important thing was we wished you to be at source. Now that you're at source, whatever situation you go into, you have all the tools and all the power and all the knowledge to navigate yourself right out of it. So just see, just try, and by doing this, you are again strengthening your discernment, because you're no longer getting programmed, right? Humanity programmed you into discernment. What's good for you, what's right and wrong for you, the morals of the world, what's considerate, what's polite. They forced discernment upon you, forced you into making specific choices. But now you are learning on your own without any external frequency forcing you. Even Source and the spirit guides, they're all saying, we don't want to be telling you what to do. That's not our vibe. We're busy doing all. We're also doing things, and we want to learn through you. You are the explorer there on Earth. We want to explore through your experiencing, not through our dictating how you should experience life. We don't want to condition you again. That's awful. They do not enjoy. Source doesn't like restriction, imprisonment. It's heavy energy, and it definitely doesn't want to impose its own frequencies upon you. Yes, in the cocooning, you received a lot of specific direction, but that's how rigorous the teaching had to be, because when you were a child, a baby, you were given these rules which you just took as fact, and that's how you operated. So they had to be quite specific in the cocooning. But now that you have released the information of the illusion, and now that you're simply receiving from source, well, you now get to explore and discover, and every energy, all the different beings who are co-creating within source, they get to experience all that you're experiencing, but through you. Okay. Vatares. Releasing the conditioning. You have the power, you have the strength to be your truth in all situations. You do not need to please, to conform to any way, singular way of being. You are learning your own discernment through the different experiences. As you are now source, creating in your truth, courageously stepping in your power, courageously saying your truth, speaking your truth, allowing your will to be. It brings through an understanding of you and your power. You're seeing the truth of you. You are healing to the power of you. You are finally revealing to yourself that which you truly are, not what humans have been programmed to be, but rather what you came here to be, the true manifestation, the true flowering, the true maturing of your frequency. Again, you see the Hermit coming through strongly in all these readings. You are the key factor. It's all you, how you feel, your decision. Even if 100 people are trying to give you advice and tips, thanks, but it's ultimately going to be what feels aligned with source. And you might disappoint all 100 of them, and that's not your problem. It's their problem, because they have an idea of you which isn't the truth of you. And you're no longer operating from the idea of you. You released the idea of you. You're operating from the truth of you, the discovery of you, the reality of your source frequency. So it's really you stepping into your power, and all choices are now aligned and are made from your source space, from that higher place, higher reasoning, which is your truth, right? Higher doesn't mean better. It's not that energy. It is higher frequency, higher resonance. Simply means authentic truth from source, from core. Not trying to impress anyone, not trying to please anyone, not trying to appease anyone, but simply this is our true frequency. Everything in nature is. None of the trees are trying to grow a special leaf for you. None of the birds are trying to fly in a special formation for you. Nothing is taking into account you at all. At all. Everything is literally doing its own thing. And we are now finally awakening to that energy. Because as you see everything in nature honoring its source, harmony, beautiful, beautiful experiences in nature, as everything is simply honoring its divine frequency. And we are all now awakening to this. And right now it's your mind that's really having the profound healing, that now you are no longer polluted with this is right, this is wrong, do this for me, don't. No, it's like, no, actually, what feels aligned for me, here we go. Not selfishly, self-honoring, honoring your frequency. Because when you do that, it's abundant for you and abundant for all involved. For at source, you're connected to the source of all frequencies. It's not arrogance, it's just a knowing. 5 of Wands, there it is, endeavor, pushing forward through what you feel. You're no longer, the 5 of Wands means other people trying to persuade you, trying to, this is you people pleasing, other people pulling you this way and that. Nope. Your way, your way, your way, your way. And again, not in a selfish way, in a self-serving way, but in a self-honoring way, where you're saying, look, this feels right. This feels like I'm still in my truth, in my power. This way, I do not have to now, sacrifice myself. I'm not suffering. This way, everybody now is happy. Everybody now gets an equal frequency. Everybody's happy. And if you need me to be the one that is now suffering and you are happy, nope, goodbye. We understand that's manipulation and that's abuse and it's slavery, and I'm not your pet, I'm not your toy. You're releasing the puppet strings of emotional manipulation, mental manipulation, conditioning. You're no longer the puppet of other people. You're no longer the plaything of other people. People need to now understand that you are a divine being, and you are beings. You are an ancient divine being, okay? When you are done with this earth mission and you ascend to your highest frequency in the truth of all that you are, because when we're done with earth, we no longer need to be compatible with this frequency. You no longer need to give up anything. When you are topped up to your fullest frequency and are embodying everything you've ever been, and that human who you used to bend over backwards for sees you in all of your wisdom and your power, they will literally need new pants, because they would have soiled them, because the might of your power. And not out of fear, just out of the brilliance that you are. So don't water yourself down, okay? We literally are not aware of the divine beings we are. That's what we always keep hearing. Sources saying, you beautiful beings on earth who are awakening and you're healing. You have no idea just how immaculate you are. and it's been hard, it's been tricky, it's been rough down there. You have really been through the trenches because you said we are going to heal all these dense frequencies in order to give humanity a chance. So know that you are so favored and that you are so, so appreciated, so seen, so celebrated, and so wonderful. Don't let what you're experiencing right here, right now, be an indicator of that which you are also saying, oh, no, no, no. You are simply where you are right here, right there, because you are healing that space. Once that healing is done, you shift. To another space you will heal, and then once that's done, you shift. To another space you heal until all the healing is done. And right now you're healing the light. So be open and be free as the physical realm, the light is going to just keep changing, evolving. These different scenarios, these different experiences happening before you. It's not for punishment, it's not for confusion, it's not for instability. How else are you going to discover the source you are? How else are you going to heal the light unless the light is giving you all these different situations to heal, to discover that which you are? The world, yes, and it's 21. Look, we begin the 3-3, double 3, stability. A new world, a new way. You are embodying a new frequency. Thus, as you allow yourself to be at source and you are now allowing the energies of your highest discernment to be, you are literally painting a new reality upon the canvas of your mind. Here we are, the 3 of coins and the world. You're going to a new phase in your life where you are valued, where you are appreciated, where everything you do actually brings you gain and doesn't strip you away of your power. And here we see it again, 5 of Wands, the strength mirroring each other, doing things your way out of the conditioning. Let's pull more. Any more messages, source? What's coming through? Yes, 6 of Cups, satisfaction. It's time that what you are giving out brings you joy. And because of the Cups, this is the emotional body, okay? It's time that what you do is fun and enjoyable. You're no longer stressed and no longer running around frantic, but you're rather enjoying it, having a good time. Your cup is being filled over and over again. All the situations bringing you joy and satisfaction. And why are you satisfied? You are present. Source is present. Look at the strength. You're no longer in the conditioning. You're no longer a sheep following other people's ways. You're following your own truth. So you are satisfied because the outcome has the frequency of the source you are. Eight of Swords, conflict. And this is Source saying, yes, the unknown. This is the only thing that might cause you a little bit of discomfort, is that 8 of Swords means you don't know, you can't see forward, you can't understand. There's no rule book here, right? Because in the illusion, in the conditioning, when you had the path, when you had the knowledge, other people's knowledge and other people's viewpoints and other people's experiences, it made it easier for you because now you could navigate it in a way. It's like, oh, but if I do this, this happens. If I do that, that happens. And that gave you ease. And you didn't question it. You just went, you didn't question anything. You just went for it blindly. And now Source is saying, oh, you're going for it blindly again, but not in the reckless blindness of toxic masculinity. Now in the unknown, the honoring of the unknown, the honoring of the uncertainty, the honoring of discovery. So the only time you will have conflict is within yourself when you, oh, but Source, I don't know if I'm in my truth. If I am now releasing the conditioning, what's going to happen? What's going to pan out? And Source is saying, follow within, go within and trust. You're not meant to know, you are meant to discover it. The knowing and the understanding comes in the experiencing of it, right? Even when you're asking source, you're not really getting clarity. Yes, you might get a yes or a no sometimes, but other times it's sort of like source is just letting you do your own thing, and it gets a bit confusing, and you think, but source, it's not clear, and I want to do this, but I don't know, and what's going on. And source is saying, but how do you feel? Do you want to do it and experience it. Just stop deciding it's going to be horrible. Stop deciding how it's going to be. Stop catastrophizing. Release the outcome. Just be in it, be source, and experience it. Do it your own way, and you will see how it feels. You will see, and you'll you'll understand, and you will know. Two of Wands dominion. Yes, you are stepping into your power. You are entering into your era, into your frequency, into your world, where finally you are seen. And look, the shadow and the light, it's balanced. The unknown physical manifesting. You're finally creating through the shadow and the light, through the spirit and the physical, through the feminine and the masculine. You are now allowing the wholeness of you to be, and you're stepping into that world, because you're no longer operating with the illusion, right? The information you're creating isn't other humans' experiences. It's now straight from the unknown source you are, and you're allowing that to be what you implement. You're allowing that to be what you implement in this physical. And lastly, the Ace of Swords energy. Look, clarity will be yours. Be one with source. This is what you're doing. That Five of Wands energy, release the conflict. Oh, but this person will be disappointed. Let them be disappointed. They should release the idea of you. Oh, but this person will be angry. Let them be angry. They should let everybody experience whatever emotion they're experiencing. It's their own thing. It has nothing to do with you. Because now you are clearly creating through source. And should they allow you to be source, should they not have the idea of you, all they experience is the love and the satisfaction and the beauty of you, and they feel good and they feel whole and they feel nourished, because they are not holding you responsible for their well-being. They now experience your well-being manifest around. It's wonderful. Only those who hold you in a rigid idea, they're the only ones that are going to be upset, because now their formula doesn't work, because you're no longer the puppet they require. And like, no, thank you. I'm in my power. I'm one of source. And when you do this energy, finally, you're no longer feeling tired and put down and over it. You're now feeling energetic and excited. You're excited for being on earth. You're excited for your experiences. You're now excited and you have energy and you're feeling motivated and you're feeling inspired, because you are present in the frequencies you are co-creating in. Beautiful healing, powerful awakening to the beautiful soul you are. Enjoy this experience, divine beings. Enjoy the clarity of you. Blessed be.